Are we starting to see the pendulum swing in the Premier League? We have to talk, people. Because before a ball was kicked, me included, we pretty much all had Liverpool down as the favourites to win the league. And probably rightly so. They were the Premier League winners with the business that they did. Isak, Wirtz, Ekatike, Kirkes, Frimpong, etc. Top signings. Top signings. But have we jumped the gun here? Is it Arsenal that are actually the favourites for the league? They have a settled team. They have many options, squad depth, quality in all areas that don't look like they need much settling in time. Or are we sleeping on City? Haaland's back to doing a madness, like an absolute madness. They had a little blip against Spurs, a little blip against Brighton, but they're back. They're winning football matches and they're doing it in an ugly way as well. So again, if it's same energy settings, have we not got to look at Arsenal and Man City and maybe look at the pendulum swinging? Or is it a simple case as we can finally have a 3-horse race, a 3-point shootout for the league title? Because actually, it is still too early to discount Liverpool as well. It is. It is. It's just tight up the top, and it's looking like we might actually be able to have a title race. We might. Let me know what you guys are saying. This is interesting, man. This is interesting because, and actually, this is not even a banter video. This is not like just trying to make fun. Like, this is real football talk, yeah? So get involved. Fans from, Arsenal fans, I want to hear what you guys are saying. Liverpool fans, I want to hear what you guys are saying. Man City fans, I want to hear what you guys are saying. I think, I've been very, very complimentary of Liverpool in terms of them finding a way to win football matches. It hasn't just been a thing of the first 5 games of this season before it's gone a little bit wrong. They did it all last season. And they are going for a period now that is tough. They are going for a period of adaptation. And this is probably the season that we expected to see from Arne Slot and his team last season, coming in straight after Klopp. I expected to see this being a little bit disjointed. People aren't quite connected. There's problems in maybe midfield or defence because you've signed new players. It's a new manager. I expected to see this then. But they go on to win the league, right? Because everything was a bit more maybe muscle memory like, after Klopp. I'm not taking away from what Slot did last season because it was absolutely outstanding what he did do. But that muscle memory was probably there. And most importantly, there wasn't much changes to the squad. So it's easier to get the continuity. I think when you change as much as Liverpool have changed, some of it forced, some of it through aggression in the transfer window and trying to be the best they can be over the next few years to try and dominate the Premier League. I get it. And I don't think necessarily that it's a bad thing or it's all their own fault and it means that Liverpool should not have bought Isak. They shouldn't have bought Ekatike. They shouldn't have bought Wirtz. I don't think it's that. I think there is just a period of adaptation and the manager's got to manage. He's got to find a way through it. And when you look at the table, Liverpool are in second place, 2 points off the top? Is that where they are? After 7 games? 1 point off the top. So it's really, really too early to start saying that Liverpool ain't going to win the league anymore and it's Arsenal's to lose. So I would say that from a Liverpool perspective, but it is worrying because they have to fix this. If they come out of the international break and lose against Man United of all people, I can't see it happening. But if they did, you're talking about a mini crisis starting to happen. That'll be 4 losses on the bounce. 3 in the league. And Arsenal are not a team that are going to lose many football matches this year. I looked at it the other way and thought Arsenal will be super consistent this year. They look like they've settled well with their new signings. Yes, people talk about the handbrake and this, that and the other, but squad-wise, Arsenal are fully loaded. Now, it's a big miss because Odegaard's going to be out now. I think he's got an MCL knee injury. That's not good. But what Arsenal have already showed, they've been struck with a lot of injuries at the beginning of this season. And the reason why they haven't felt it as much as they normally would is because they've dealt with the issue of depth. And not just depth, quality of depth, And they look refreshed, they look recharged, they look like, okay, the football might not be as attractive every single time. And, they've been accused in a couple of games of playing with the handbrake on at Anfield where they maybe could have gone for it. There was another game, I can't remember who was it against. Was it Forest? But they don't need to win games 3, 4, 5-0. They just need to win games. It's the title race and there's different ways to win games. So I think Arsenal are in a good spot. And then you get Man City, people. They're 3 points off top, aren't they? Let's have a look. 3 points, Man City. Yeah, they're 3 points off top. They're 3 points behind Arsenal. I know there's Tottenham and Bournemouth. I'll talk about that in a sec. But let's talk about the main candidates who we really feel that they're gonna push for it. You know, City just quietly went about their business. I think the fact that they lost back to back, didn't they, against Brighton and Spurs, respectively. And then they just got back to business against Man United. And since then, they haven't looked back. All right, they got a 2-2 draw against Monaco. The grand scheme of things this early in the Champions League phase, it's not that deep. And Haaland, man, I think we can't look past City doing what they need to do. One, because it's City and it's Pep. But two, when Haaland's in this type of form and he's doing what he's doing and they're getting goals out of him, they're going to be difficult to slow down, and they're quietly going about it. And actually, what they're doing is they're earning their wins. They're not just turning up and destroying teams. You know, all right, Burnley was 1-1 for a bit, and then they ended up destroying them. You know, I look at that game against Brentford yesterday. Like, first half, they were dominant. It looked like the score could have been anything. Second half, they had to show a little bit, man. I mean, Brentford put it on them, you know? So, I think Haaland being in this form is scary. Haaland being in this form means that you can't discount them. As long as he doesn't get injured, you got to put City up there. And my final conclusion on this, if I'm being honest, totally neutral. As much as I don't want Liverpool to win the league, anyone but. I actually think what we're looking at now is more of a free horse race, a free team shootout for the league. I think it's way too early and disingenuous to just write Arne Slot and Liverpool off because they're in a bad spot after 7 games. I think that's just silly. If it's after 20 games, if it's around Christmas time, then we can make a better informed decision. But at this stage, it's way too early to write off the champions. They're actually the champions of the league for a reason, because they've proved it before and they've proved that they can find solutions to problems and go on runs. Right now, people are having a go at them because there's a weakness in their team. And whether or not they'll be able to fix it, do they get to January, reinforce, players get more settled, Verts will be more settled. Ekatike, you look at Isak, he's nowhere near it fitness-wise. Obviously, he had the whole summer off. He was on strike. You can see that in his game. So, Mo Salah, what's going on with him? You don't really see this from him where he's been this bad. But Liverpool, you'd back to sort it out. Arsenal ain't going anywhere anytime soon. They're going to win a lot of football matches. And I think we can't sleep on Liverpool, on City. So I'm going to say it's more of an exciting title race for once. Liverpool walked it last year. No real challenge from them. The year before that, Arsenal put a bit of pressure on before sliding away from City towards the end, like in recent years. So it's not really been, apart from them old school Klopp against Pep, we haven't really seen a proper title race, have we? So I think actually this year, the takeaway from it as a neutral is to get excited. It's to get excited because I think genuinely we can see 3 teams go for it and it could be really close. Then the other question is, what happens with a Spurs? Is there going to be an unwanted guest there? Thomas Frank's doing very well. He had 3 draws in a row. And look where they are in the league. Look where Bournemouth are in the league. Unbelievable what Iriola's doing. So it's too early to say. But I think in the case of City, Liverpool and Arsenal, I think it's fair game. City, you look at and say maybe they could get undone because they're still not quite where they were. But maybe this team can win in a different way. Maybe it's just about consistency. Doesn't matter how you win, you just got to be consistent in what you're doing. Liverpool weren't amazing in some games last year, but they found a way to win. I think City might just start doing that. But let's see. It's too early. It's too early to go all in either way. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let me know what you guys are saying. Fans of Arsenal, fans of City, fans of Liverpool. Get in the chat. Let me know. Fans of everyone. Let me know what you lot are saying about the title race.